Did you want to go in astrology? Did you want to do any like
Yeah, let's do astrology. And I've already said that prick whose name is Rhysand, he is the most shadiest kind of Sagittarian mixed with Gemini that I've ever met. And I say this because maybe I see some parts of myself in him.
mix with Gemini? You hate him, so you're going to give him some of your least favorite placements. I love this.
Yeah, and the least favorite, I would say I would give him some of my placements. Like, I think he is, in a way, maybe a Sagittarius rising, probably. Or maybe, like, no, he's not a Sagittarius rising. I definitely think he's a Gemini moon because I think you need to have some kind of, mercurial thing to be able to mind mess other people. Like, you have to be like a very, how do I say, living a life of the mind in order to invade someone else's mind. And I think Gemini moons are constantly in their head, like rehashing, preparing, you know, maybe most of it is intuitive, but I think a lot of it is prepared ahead of time. A lot of the quips and jabs and word trickery, word salad. So he's definitely a Gemini moon. I don't want to make him a Sagittarius sun, but he has this horrible self righteous quality about him, Like what I'm doing is for the greater good than what any greater good can be compared to. So this kind of this kind of dogmatic self righteousness, it's a Sagittarian quality. Like I have to say it. As much as being a open minded philosopher and coming from a place of authenticity and honesty is a Sagittarian trait, I think its shadow trait is being a conniving, dogmatic, self righteous, self serving, and in a way self prophesizing person. I don't know what does this say about me? I have no idea.
I mean, you're a Sag sun, so you can speak to this. Why do you think he's a Sag and not, say, an Aries or a Leo? Because they can also be very self-centered and
He's
self-serving.
very contained. He's too contained to be an Aries or a Leo. He holds back. And I think he has a Libra rising. All that charm that I'm able to see through.
Not a Scorpio rising, like
No,
manipulative and
I have literally written in the thing that he is a Libra because despite his words, he's not a deep person. He's just not a deep person. I know that.
I think you're biased, but
No, he could have a Scorpio Mercury if you think about it, because that level of,
yeah.
that level of investigative, precise, incisive mindset, a Scorpio Mercury could do very well with mind
Yeah, I mean,
messing and with
I can speak to that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
Yeah.
would say I will give him a Scorpio placement, but he is not worthy of a top 3 Scorpio placement. He's
Mm-hmm.
not. He's annoyingly Libra. He thinks he's so charming and smooth. Oh, please. Yuck. Now, Tamlin.
Uh,
Should we? Okay. I feel like Tamlin
I'm
is
going to say Virgo
definitely a
moon. I
Virgo.
think, and that's why it's
I
a
agree.
Virgo sun and or Virgo moon because God, he loves that. It's the self hatred. Goodness. So, and like very, I think he seems like he's very in his head. That's why he's so quiet. And so, but I'll let you decide which placement is Virgo.
No, I'll give him both Virgo. I will give him a Virgo sun and a Virgo moon because in his leadership qualities, he is a perfectionist. Like he he has a very like specific organizational skills on how to lead an army, a team, and he's executing a very complicated plan. Like the curse has 50 terms and conditions which need to be fulfilled in an order. Bro is organized. Bro is definitely organized. And yes, that self criticizing and, oh, the wallowing and all of that. Yeah, Virgo moon. Why not? And he's not a mind messer. If he was a mind messer, I would have made him a Gemini moon. But he comes from a place of, I would say, authenticity, but not that authenticity is helping him. And let's make him a Pisces rising because he is a cutie pie.
Yeah, I guess. I
Because
don't
I
know.
don't know
Yeah,
what
because
else.
I don't know what I would give him. Mhm.
Yeah, because if you see his personality, like, as how do I say, I think he's susceptible to escapist tendencies a little bit. Like, I feel his love for Feyre is actually an escapist coping mechanism to be able to, like, just deal with his world on a day to day level. Having this curse looming over him, having Amarantha target him, and yeah, so he has some escapist tendencies, and it's a very Neptunian thing to.
No, I see that, and
I
no, I agree. I get it. Yep. I with you explaining your your thoughts, I get it now. Yeah.
And see, if alcohol, drugs, if these can be addictive, escapist qualities, why can't love be as well? I
As
mean,
we know with
love
Pisces and
literally,
Pisces
yeah,
placements men.
exactly. And he's so easily influenced to fall in love with Feyre, the first girl that he sees. I mean,
Exactly.
is that not a typical Piscean quality? And also, I think the conflict in his personality arises because he has these opposing signs as his sun, moon, and as his rising. I feel there's a lot of personality clash. Like, I should be this, but I want to be this. I have to do good for the people, but should I do good for myself? Like, he's kind of all over the place. So, I think there are a lot of like conflicting transits in his birth chart.
Yeah,
And
you're right. Having those are two opposing signs. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Absolutely.
yeah, so coming to Feyre. Feyre is down and out Aries woman. She's reckless, she's impatient, she's impulsive. She is more physically oriented rather than mentally oriented because girl would have learned ABCD by the age of 19 if she wanted to live a life of the mind.
Yeah, so we're still gonna roast her for not being able to read because she could have asked her sisters to help her or learned back when she was in the human world. So you're right. Like she was just too concerned with, hunting and I get that she had to, but there's no excuse. You could still like by the candle or firelight at night, practice your ABCs.
Yeah, it's not like there's TV to distract you or screens, any kind of screens to distract you. What are you doing? So Feyre is definitely an Aries sun, and I will say she's a Cancer moon because she's desperately trying to find home and the concept of an idyllic, utopian, warm, fuzzy, comforting family home life, but she's just not able to get it. And that is what causes a lot of identity crisis in her. That I wanted also Cancerians have this like maternal quality to them, and in that way she is definitely a provider in her qualities. So yeah, her Cancer moon is like it makes her emotional, I think, and it kind of increases her chances of impulsivity. And you know what, let's make her a Libra rising as well, because why is everyone wanting to live with her in their magnificent castle? What charm does she hold on people? Like, nobody likes her, but everyone falls in love with her.
Well, I kind of thought, and you don't have to tell me, but I figured that the author was setting us up for a reveal about her lineage, her parentage, either at the end of this or in another book. That's what I figured that's probably going to come up again later. But you don't have to
But
confirm or deny, so.
no, I'll confirm it for you. I have read till the third book, no word of her lineage, no word of her. Till the
So all
third
that
book,
about the mom and they don't bring
till
her
the
mom up
third book,
again?
silence
Okay.
about
Okay.
why Feyre is special. She just is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
When I get to the fourth book and the fifth book, I'll let you know if her lineage story comes about.
Oh, you haven't read them? Have you not read 4 and 5
So fourth
yet?
book is kind of like a novella. It's like an aside story. It's like basically 100-page book, and it's just describing the events of one day and one party, and it's not like a continuation of the story. The fifth book is from the POV of Nesta. So the book, like after the third book, everything just changes, and with the fifth book, we are getting Nesta's POV. people are saying sixth book might be Elaine's POV,
That's cool. Yeah, bring her
or it
sisters
could
into
be,
it.
yeah. So her sisters are slowly going to play like a bigger role in her life, enough that Nesta's POV is required in the fifth book. And yeah, I'm kind of eager to read the fifth book. I want to see how bitchy Nesta is.
We love Nesta. I mean, yeah, she was a jerk, but then we learned like why she'd been a jerk and everything. And I understand her, and being an eldest daughter, I get it. You know, there's a lot of pressure. Do Feyre and do Lucien placements.
Oh no!
Sorry, Nesta and Lucien.
Oh, actually, I didn't think about Nesta and Lucian's placements. I don't know why. But come, let's
Trying to
discuss
think.
it together. We'll start with
Lucien, I get
Lucian.
Lucien. I do think Lucien. I do get fire. I mean, not just because he has red hair, but he's pretty fiery. He's outspoken.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Sag for him, but now thinking about it, I think maybe Leo. Maybe Leo with he couldn't have a Sag. Maybe Leo with Sag rising. Maybe a Sag or Cap moon. But because I do think there's some groundedness in there, but I do get like sassy fire sign is the is dominant.
Okay, so we'll give him a Mercury Sag, a Sagittarius Mercury, because come on, that level of like sassiness which can get literally under your skin, that kind of blunt honesty you're only going to get from some kind of a mercurial Sag placement. Otherwise, it's not going to come that easily. You know what? I think I agree that he's a Leo, because if you think about it, he has literally been kicked out of his court. He has literally been kicked out of the autumn court, and that's why he is with Tamlin. And because you one should think about it, despite being kicked out of his court, he still maintains a level of royalty. Like it's not like he's living completely under the radar life, like completely off grid. No, he joins another court. If he's not given a place in the autumn court, he's going to get a place of respect and royalty effectively. So that is, and he has a generous heart. I mean, come on, he's so loyal to Tamlin, like so
Yeah,
very
that too.
loyal.
So
That's,
wait, are we're gonna yeah, so Leo sun?
yeah. So I think he embodies all the good things that a Leo could be, like royal.
That too, because you said the loyalty. That's also why I'd place him as like Leo. Because when I was reading it, I was thinking that, and I was kind of guessing what you would say for some of them. But you're still way better at this than I am. I think that you
Again,
really get like the complexities and and how the placements, especially in the big three, like play off of each other concerning these like fictional characters. So it's that Scorpio moon.
now you see why I can't be into a Rhysand. I will keep dissecting
Yeah.
everything that MOF will say to me.
I mean, and I get it. He's a smooth talker, and I get it from coming from one. I don't want to say manipulator, but someone who has known how to manipulate with my scorpionic powers. I can spot it a lot of times. You know what I mean with people. I get wary
Yeah.
about people when my friends are like, "Oh, they're so nice." I'm like, there's
Mm,
something going on there. So,
disprove
but
me first.
yeah, exactly. But I think this Scorpio moons, you understand it even more deeply, right? Whereas I would just say like, well, he's up to something. Screw him, or let's try to beat him at his own game. Let me try to manipulate him, and maybe he doesn't know that I know that he's manipulating me, and he doesn't know that I'm manipulating him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like that. And then what was it? Did we do Nesta?
Oh yeah, so
Nesta?
also Lucien, I think Leo Sun definitely. I think we should make him a Cap rising. He has that groundedness in his identity despite being a sassy prick.
Yeah, and he's very mature for his age.
He is.
Even though
He is
he's
very
20
mature.
something in fairy years. Yeah, he's very
Yeah. He could be a Cap rising. And also considering that he is not in his own kingdom, in his own land, that level of maturity to be able to be hired by another court and have good relations, that involves a lot of maturity and a lot
And
of like,
yeah, strategizing to
and
like cats
leadership
kind of
skill.
do to climb the ladder. Yeah.
He is scrappy like that. And yeah, should I give him a water moon? Should I give him a Scorpio moon? Because he is so skeptical.
Wait, what did we say before? What did you say? Did we no, did we didn't give him a moon, did we?
You said Cap
So
moon, but I don't think he's a Cap
Capri.
moon.
No.
Like, that's
I don't know. I mean,
that's what
he's
I'm thinking.
well,
Should I make him a Scorpio moon because he's so skeptical of Feyre
yeah.
and
Because I
like,
can't see him having an air moon. I don't see it. I would say either earth or water moon,
so
but yeah, Scorpio could work.
because he
Well,
also
yeah, because he
analyzes
couldn't be a
people.
Pisces moon and I don't think
Yeah.
he can be a Cancer moon. So it has to be, if it's water, it has to be Scorpio. If it was earth,
See, it can't be a Cap
yeah, it'd be
moon
Cap.
because he's not
Mm,
so limited in his self expression.
you're right.
He's not
You're right.
bottled up. So can't be a
Yeah.
Cap moon. Can't be a Virgo moon because he does not beat himself up.
Yep. That's exactly. Yep. I'm gonna
Even
say
if he
that.
makes mistakes, he never beats himself up. And I can't make him a Taurus moon because I feel like that kind of
He's not
contains his
chill
fieriness.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not that chill. So you know what? He's a Scorpio moon.
Yep. I love it. Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn. That's quite a jumble. I mean, you've got a fixed fire sign, a fixed water sign, and then a cardinal earth sign. So yeah, he's got a lot of fixed energy in his chart.
And also, I think more than Tamlin, he's more like steady in his identity and his values as a person. See, Lucien knows the same curse and he knows the secret, but he's not so in conflict with himself about it. He's like, fine, Feyre is the sacrificial lamb. Okay, maybe she is. I mean, of course, he like, bonds with her and like slowly becomes her friend and this and that. But he's not in conflict with himself. And I think Scorpio moons are not in conflict when they have a plan.
That's true. That's very true. Now, Nesta, I don't know, man. She's a hard read. I mean, she could definitely be like some kind of Capricorn. She digs her heels in and she doesn't like something or someone. It seems like she'll take it to the grave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get earth. I don't know if I get much water. What do you think from her?
See, she's really fast talking and kind of bitter. So she has to have air somewhere. Like, you you can't be that hurtful verbally without having some air somewhere. And I think, again, as the eldest daughter, she does not escape from the responsibility necessarily, because we have to remember that she would have been the maternal figure essentially from probably the age of 13, 14, 15. She would have to be the maternal figure in the lives of Elaine and Feyre. And I think she is principled enough to take that responsibility. She's bitter about it. I think Capricorns are maybe a little bitter about things, but they will do it. They will do it.
Yeah, I agree.
So the eldest daughter energy is very Capricorn sun, like extremely Capricorn sun. And okay, now her moon, we have to make it very strong because she has an iron will and she defied the magic of a very powerful person. I think internally she has to be really, she needs to have full clarity internally with her emotions in order for her mind to not get messed up.
Like, I don't know. At
Like,
first, I was going to say maybe Aries moon, but that's more impulsive. You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
too impulsive. Kind of thinking I'll give her a Taurus rising because she's very begrudging of the fact that the wealth is gone from the family. And she's the one who's actually seen the family at its wealthiest and now at its poorest. And she is pissed with her family for like, coming from that affluent stage to this level of destitution. I think she likes the finer things in life. She's a Taurus rising. She likes Venusian, you
Yeah.
know,
She got used
things.
to that lifestyle when they had money and she misses
Yeah.
that. And that's also why she hates her dad for doing that bad deal. And they have nothing, not only they just have nothing. It's not that they're just middle class and they don't have things there. They have nothing. And what, she was old enough to remember them having this lifestyle
Everything and
and
nothing.
yeah, and the comfort and yeah, so that's also why she's pissed at dad. She blames him for this.
And I will say sun and rising, if I make it earth, that in itself is a very stubborn placement to have. Like earth in your big three. And especially earth requires stability in their lives. They aim for stability, whether it's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorns. And now that she doesn't have stability, she is pissed. She is massively pissed that, you know what, all of that security has just been like literally like taken off of, it's like the rug being taken off of her feet. And I can see a earth person like really holding grudges for years altogether, even more than a Scorpio moon.
Yeah.
And if their stability is threatened, their stability, security, safety, water and air and like fire people can kind of like take the volatile ride, go on a roller coaster ride. Earth signs, I don't think they like it. They don't like it, especially if it's not of their choosing. But moon. What moon do I give her? Should we give her a Sag moon?
Maybe.
She does want
I
freedom
mean,
from this family.
yeah.
And also, I'll tell you why she could be an Sag moon. Because if you remember, since her memories were not erased, she alone went back to the border to search for Feyre. I mean, that kind of adventurous spirit when you're a sheltered girl who stays at home, does homely duties, housework, having that kind of drive to go to like a strange, dangerous, like possibly fatal land and to go after her sister, who she kind of hates apparently, but she
That's
also
very true. Yeah,
she
she has that inner fire,
she's
because like I said,
spirited.
I was thinking fire moon, but not an Aries, not warm enough to be a Leo moon. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. I like the Sag and a little bit of like defiant and
And
it
Sag
really I
moons
think
are kind of detached as well. I think they are
mhm,
detached. Yeah.
yeah, that
And
was good.
really, and yeah, that kind of bravado and blind courage of just going after her sister, knowing absolutely nothing about the outside world. How will you have that inner drive if you don't have fire within you? Elaine didn't go after her sister. Her dad didn't go after his daughter. And Nesta is apparently the bad girl because she's like not a people pleaser and like a smooth talker. Oh, I didn't even do the astrology of Amarantha, the
Yeah,
the baddest of the baddie. Adam is a triple Scorpio. Let me tell
yeah.
you, the vengeance of a Scorpio moon,
That's what I was gonna say. The vengeance and yep.
the authoritative air of a Scorpio rising,
Mhm.
and the strategizing and connivance of and the mysteriousness of a Scorpio sun.
Yep.
Triple Scorpio. That's why
Absolutely.
she's a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.